You got it.
Hey, Fatfish heads! It's time for another edition of the hottest new podcast on all platforms, Fatfish. Sit back and strap yourself in for the wildest ride on the open seas. Now, flap your fins for the fabulous Fatfish brothers, Eric Fish Snyder and Brad Grunny Grunberg, a.k.a. Snacks.
Hey, man, what's up? What are you doing there? 103, man. 103 shows in the books. Well, this will be 103rd. Waiting for our guest, but how's it going, man? What's happening with the man?
Good. We have to do this more. We haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks because you're busy, I'm busy, but we got to make time for each other because our listening fan base and the viewers, I get it at work. How's Snacks doing? Where's your show? You're the Nick Manning show. Brilliant. They said Brad and you laughing every time he told a story about me trying to do imitation to him. Well, I'm in a studio, and I'm fucking this midget. And he goes, he takes it, he goes,
little person. The
look on your face when he spit in the cup, you lose it. Then I lose it. It made for great stuff. 103, baby.
You know what's funny? He's like, what is he? Probably 50. He's still chewing that tobacco. Ugh, that's crazy. It's spitting out. It's disgusting. But if I go to Chicago, I gotta see this guy. And can you hanging out with that guy? Going out with him? Like if he comes to Vegas, we got to get our buddy who introduced us. We got to go out with him, with his ladies and all this stuff. It would be great, right?
No,
or you'd last like 5 minutes.
You single guys can have fun with that. You know what? There you go. You've had a great Johnny Cocktails wingman. You should be a wingman to him. I guarantee you. If you took him to the Hollywood Tropicana, you would know a lot of people. Yeah. He'll take you to places in Chicago where, trust me, see that smile on your face? They'd be like this when you walk in. It's great.
You know what's great about him? We got him on the show. I don't think he does a lot of these, and he had such a good time. You know what I'm saying? It was great. Wait, I'm going to do one thing before we go.
And that's what these podcasts are about. And he brought up subject matter like the little person, and I used the dialogue that he used. So I had to go through a YouTube and Facebook. Basically, they look at it for a while and see if it was good enough to put on, and it was. Brad, you're frozen on me. I don't know what happened to him. See, I brought up a little person in sex, and look at the look on his face, everybody. Look, America. Look, the world. Okay, we're big in Costa Rica. Look at that face right there. That's the face of either the, oh my God, I can't believe that Chick-fil-A is closed when they promised you they stay open an extra 20 minutes till I got there. Or that's the look of the after face after an orgasm from masturbation. I can't tell. But Braz is frozen right now. What he's not frozen about is he's going to give me shit when he comes back on again about the Los Angeles Lakers. I predicted the Los Angeles Lakers that finished the season on a very high note, crumbled in the playoffs. And obviously the rhetoric and the narrative goes to, is LeBron James going to retire? And of course he said he hurt his knee and he's hobbling and what have you. He can't carry the team. I don't ever remember seeing a 40-year-old basketball player, if there are any, play as well as he did. Luka Doncic weighed about what Brad weighs going to that series. All these guys are out of shape. They're hanging out with Brad going to Chick-fil-A. They got beat. Anthony Edwards, I think, is the best player in the NBA. And they're big for all you basketball fans to say, pick up more sports on this podcast. All right. Rudy Gobert just was a mountain against the Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm disappointed because my Lakers went out, and I'm a big Los Angeles King hockey fan. They had 106 points this year, one of their best years since they won the Cup in 2014. And they exit after taking a 2-0 lead on the Edmonton Oilers. They exit 4 straight games. So LA had a loss, 2 teams out from LA, then the Clippers. You know what? Get to us at ER Snyder 60@gmail.com. Is James Harden one of the greatest players in a sport that's never won a championship? I could think of, I don't know if Steve Carlton did in baseball, great, but I don't think he did. We all talk about Dan Marino in football, went to the playoffs 10 straight years, went to the Super Bowl in his first full year. Came out in 82, but that was a strike year. 83, he started for the Dolphins. And then 84, he went to the Super Bowl and never went back. So, is Harden that guy? So let me see if I can bring the guy back in. I did a nice little filler. You're back.
Yeah.
And I talked
Yes,
about
I
you
am.
giving. Well, let me get you up to speed. I left this for you. I'm going to talk about what Brad's thinking about right now is how much shit's going to give me about the Lakers getting bounced in round one, and how your Golden State Warriors, dude. You said it. You said karma bitch to me about beating Houston, and people say, give me more sports on Fat Fish. This is it, people. That's my NBA guy right there, and his team is still alive. Question for you, because you know Kerr. Is Steph's
Yeah.
injury, which they say a week, more serious than it is, Brad, or is he going to come back?
Yeah, it's serious, but here's the thing. They have a stacked bench. They got guys coming off that bench. And Steve's always had that one guy. But it's got to be, two people. It's got to be, Jimmy Butler and, Draymond Green, But Steph is the centerpiece of all this, It's like you're having a dinner party. Thanks a lot for the invites. And you put right in the middle, you put the food or you put the flowers. He's the flowers right in the middle, baby. And Steph brings so much, not just offense and 3-pointers. How about this? Uh, he brings cohesiveness. He spreads the court because they gotta find him. He's all over the place, and he can hit that three in like 2 seconds. It's amazing. He is, and so humble. I think I talked about this on one of our podcasts. So I said, Steve Kerr, great game. I text him. He goes, Steph is the most amazing guy next to you. Me? It was me. Isn't that cool? You never say that.
Hey, Steph is the most amazing guy next to you, but you're not, that, it's funny. I just saw a thing. I tried to get on the show about when they lost the first game. They lost the first game of the series. They won the first game. They lost last night. All the players, there's 3 kids standing trying to get high fives, leading over.
Right.
And every
Right.
player and coach walked by these guys with their head down. Some saw him, went like this. What does Steph Curry do? He gives the kids a high five, and these kids reacted like they just got the Willy Wonka golden ticket. It was so amazing.
Right.
So you talk about
Right.
great athlete. Would you say, I don't know, it's a stupid question, but would you say he's a top 15 player in NBA history?
Top 15.
Yeah.
I would say, well, okay, you tell me. Okay.
I think, yes.
No, I'm just giving you this 5 championships. Or 4, no, 4, no, I think 4 or 5. Yeah. Steph himself has won anything over 2. Come on. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. We know that. But I think that he's up there. He's in the top 10, but I think it's in the top 7 for sure.
So I'm going to bring up a subject sports-wise with you that you'll have a good take on this because you're really good on people that should retire. When you were off for a second there, I was saying, is James Harden the greatest player in NBA history of all the All-Stars and games with 15 of them that's never won a championship? I brought up Dan Marino and Steve Carlton. Do you think, Brad, that guys stay around too long to try and get that championship?
It's a good question. Well, I think there's a window, and the window closes. I'll give you an example. Michael Jordan, okay? He played on the Bulls, won 3. Didn't he win 3 and 3 more? Is that how it was? He won 3 in a row, and they went away for play baseball. He came back and won 3 more. He wanted to continue to play, and he blew out his knee with the Washington Wizards. Blew it out, okay? I don't want anybody to go out like that, okay? I want you to go out with your head held high. Maybe you didn't win. Like Tom Brady, he didn't win. He should have retired, but he came back another year. And don't get me started on Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me started, okay? Oh my God, this guy is still walking around.
Yeah. Did you see what this guy
He's
did?
getting married. Oh, no,
Getting
tell
married.
me.
He went on Pat McAfee 3 weeks ago today and said, "I have such personal about a month ago today. Hear me out." He said, "I have such personal problems, and whoever I'm talking to understands that. But you don't have the personal problems. You're hanging out the Kentucky Derby with everybody. You're at the Met Gala.
Right.
You're getting married. And all I'm thinking about is the Pittsburgh Steelers, as we speak, they're in mini camps. The rookies are in. They're signing the guys from the draft. It's great. And they're sweating their ass
Yeah.
off to make a football team. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted that a team that is
Yeah.
as stable as the Steelers is waiting around for this putz. What do you think? I don't know what you think. Go ahead. You give me your take.
Waiting around. I mean, didn't they draft some stud as quarterback? I mean,
Well,
they
sixth
have
round.
what the Russell. They have what's his name from Denver?
No,
Russell.
Russell Wilson
What's
went
his
to the
name?
Giants. They have
Oh, he
under
went to
their
the Giants.
roster.
Right. Right.
It's Mason
Yeah.
Rudolph and Will Howard. Will Howard won the national championship with Ohio State uh, last season, but he's still a sixth-round draft pick. Pittsburgh, they just traded George Pickens to Dallas. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just waiting around for Rodgers is pissing everybody off. But
I don't like it. Yeah, and that fucks everything up. I mean, Rodgers. He won one Super Bowl or two. One.
one,
Right. One.
yeah,
And he's just a problem. He's just, his ego is through the roof. And Hard Knocks, they did the Jets last year. And he knew the cameras were there. He's making fun of himself and all that stuff. But that's not how it really is in real life.
no,
He's just a guy, and other players have talked about him. And Aaron, go back to Green.
no audio on you, buddy. Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Brad. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Take yourself out. Get
Right
yourself
now?
back in. Got you now.
Okay.
Got your audio now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you said,
Yeah, I mean, he
what
should
you
go
said
back to
was
Green.
take yourself back
Yeah.
to Green Bay. Continue that train of thought. That's the last thing you said when you went out.
Yeah. Okay, go back to Green Bay and be a hot dog vendor during the games.
Come on. Yeah.
Buddy, let me explain.
Think he's got enough money. So
Think about this. How much is enough? How much money? They have enough money. But listen, this is my problem. Eric Fish Schneider is in high school. He goes to college. He's a fucking stud. It could be a one and done, could be 2 years, right? But this fucking guy will not leave the party. He won't leave the party. And he makes himself look like a fool. Okay, first season with Jets. What happened in the first series? He blew out his Achilles. Okay, that fucked everything up for the team, right? And then he came back again, and he had a horrible year. And I don't care, his passing percentage was this. Who cares? It goes back to my man Al Davis. Just win, baby. Just win, right?
Well,
I mean,
you learn in therapy.
well, what? Am I right or wrong?
You're 1,000. Oh, well, yeah, of course you're right.
You're not in therapy. You're
I'm in therapy
perfect.
for anger management occasionally, but I learn from therapists, and I talk to that, and you've dealt with this in your life, and you're not this. Narcissism is the hardest thing to deal with for a therapist. And Aaron Rodgers might be a narcissist because when you see the world just in the view of yourself,
Yeah.
and there's 8 other billion people in there, it's a problem. And look, obviously the Steelers are going to wait for him, but I have a go ahead.
Yeah. Oh,
Talk.
you say he might be a narcissist? Cash that at the window. This guy's been a narcissist since he went to Berkeley, I believe, right? He played at Berkeley.
Great
Yeah,
player.
he's so full of himself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hopefully he'll become a commentator.
When
he can still stay in the game.
I don't want you to name names because you told me the great career you've had with great stories from the Fox Commissary and 103 shows and the great Hollywood Tropicana. You've done 126 things on TV and movie bits. But when you're on a set, can you pick out a narcissist don't give me names because I don't want to throw someone on the bus, but can you see the narcissist that you're working with on the front side, the back on the front side, and meaning actors and directors and does it affect your performance? Or could
it? Dennis Franz from NYPD Blue summed it up. We had a problem in the pilot. David Caruso had most of the dialogue. So he kept flubbing the lines. And Greg Hoblet, amazing director, directed us, and we kept doing it over and over and over again. So then he flubbed it again. So he took a stool from the bar back lot and he threw it at the back wall, and it missed Amy Brenneman's head by 2 inches. Everybody goes quiet. David Milch gets on a golf cart. He's speeding down. Botchko's coming. Everybody. And Greg Hoblet steps out and says, "What are you doing, David? We got cutaways. We don't need everything." He goes, "I'm a Shakespearean actor. I must get those 2 pages now." And Franz looks at me and he goes, "Brad, stay in character. Fuck this guy. I got your back. This is fucking ridiculous." Right there, I knew. I knew. David Caruso, narcissist. Now, usually when he left the show on his own goodwill and decision, he's a movie star. All the movies he did after NYPD Blue flopped. Everyone. And then he got another chance with CSI Florida, Miami. Oh, CSI Miami. And now I think he's retired, but he had a great career. He's had a great career, but it goes to your head. I don't want to name any names, but Rob Lowe. Yep. I've had friends on the set, good friends. His brother Chad is amazing director, amazing guy. But Rob, he's a good-looking guy. Okay, he's still great. He's not as good-looking as you.
No.
Ugh,
That.
Liz. By the way, I was telling the audience when you were in the bathroom.
Well, I want to go back to that because I have a different Rob Lowe.
Okay.
You go. You brought Rob Lowe.
Oh, okay. No. There's different sides to everybody.
Let's go to David Caruso first. This I could do what he did. Okay, if he's a Shakespearean actor, just say it with me. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. I could do that. He can't. Rob Lowe's a tremendous.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this with you. And you're
a great actor.
Yeah.
We'll see if you're in slices.
Try acting like a bartender, Fish. You might make some money. Rob Lowe.
Oh my God, you can play yourself.
I've dealt with him at Mom's Saloon. We talked about my career there. Phenomenal human being in those days. And then when they filmed About Last Night with Jim Belushi and Demi Moore, the nicest guy. I watched the way he interacted with the crew. So I don't know whether or not, because that's at the height of his fame. He was doing the outside.
Yeah.
He was doing
remember, it was the Brat Pack. And they all kept each other,
great guy,
in check. But I met him a couple times. Very nice. But you have to understand something, Fish. It's behind closed doors. When you're on a set, okay, and I'll tell you a story about striptease. I ate lunch and dinner with the crew. I ate lunch with the Teamsters.
Sure.
I don't want to fucking eat lunch with anybody else because they're the ones who keep it going. They feed the machine. And when I'm, having a, 5-rib dinner in my trailer by myself with my pants down, don't tell anybody. These guys are working their ass off. They sleep in a chair for 15 minutes, then they got to go back. They don't get any fucking breaks except lunch or dinner for an hour. Sometimes they don't. If they're running, it's all okay. 12th grade English teacher who can you hear me now?
Hear you now.
I'm here. Okay.
I got you.
12th grade English teacher. He sadly passed away last Saturday. He was my best friend. He told me, follow the money trail. So Walt Gardner, he taught me so much about life. And he just says, follow the money trail, whatever it is, politics, anything. It's just, I don't understand it. I mean, you can't take it with you. He knows everything. Let me see here are the tools, the manscaping. All right. Introduce each tool and what it does.
I'll do it. This is my wife just got. This is the nose hair and ear hair clipper. So can you hear it? Hear that noise? Hear the buzz?
Yeah, but can you put it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh.
Okay. This goes.
Are you the only one who uses that? Wow.
You don't do your nose hairs?
I like it.
You have a couple of.
I do my nose hairs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that.
Oh my God.
The most wonderful tool there is. This is a complete.
Is your nose hairs gray? Is your nose?
My nose hairs
clipper
are
gray? Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay.
See this? This does everything.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'll do this. Hear this one?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Get your arms.
What is that?
Get your
wow.
Tits, get your sack. everything, man. So
Oh,
I am totally
really?
manscaped. Now there are people out there that think, what kind of idiot does that? Well, I want to be groomed. I mean, I want hair where I want it, and I want hair where I don't want.
Right.
Can I tell you something that happened to me on Monday? I've
Please
had
do.
pains. I've had pains in my lower groin area. So I go to my
Okay.
primary last Friday, a week ago today, and they set me up in Steinberg Diagnostics to get an ultrasound on my lower region. So I shaved the entire lower region, right? Because when you know that the girls that's giving me an ultrasound looks like Elizabeth Shue, the good-looking Elizabeth Shue
Oh,
from Karate Kid and Leaving Las Vegas, right? And you're naked
right, right.
because they're getting right there. They're getting right there by the nutsack and above that, right? And
Right.
it's so at least no matter what the size of the girth or lack of, at least I knew I was manscaped. I didn't have a gorilla bush down there that would be embarrassing. So keep that in mind. I'm totally serious. Now,
Yeah.
I haven't got the
Can I
results back
can I ask
of
a
what's
personal
going on.
can I ask a
What?
personal question? Can
Yeah,
I ask a personal question?
always.
How big is those balls? Are they huge balls or little balls like I have?
Yeah, but why is that why is that a
He
question? Why is that
froze.
a question of you
I
should
just
ask
want to
Mick
know.
Manning that?
I just got a text. Somebody wants to know how big your balls are. I can say
Normal.
this. You have huge cojones because you don't mess with people. If people want to hurt your family, your friends, you're the first one in front going, get the fuck out of here. I've
So are
seen you in
you.
action. So
How many
okay. So
wait, let me
really
ask you
you have
this.
huge balls.
How many
Yeah.
times did you break up a fight at the Hollywood Tropicana? At least once a week.
Oh,
Easy.
a couple. Yeah, people. This one guy, he fought with me. He pushed my chest, but I was like Zen. I just took it. He was drunk, and security took care of him. But I get there. I have a limit, but the limit is pretty down the road. You know, I'll take it. But if it hurts somebody else or myself or Annie, I do this. Call 911, and I
Okay.
lost 5 pounds.
You look great.
Okay.
I saw it. You know. Can you
How
put your
come
drive? Can you
when
take?
we're
Can you
together, people want to meet me, not you?
exactly put your driver's license picture up of what you look like? That picture. That is insane.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Now you want
Let
to
me
see
see.
Brad? You want to see Brad? That looks
This
like his.
was,
He's on
but
helium.
I'm glad I was heavy because when the officer sees it, he laughs because he goes, "What?" So here it is. Let's see. Let me how I do this.
Let's just get it close. Yeah, keep it. Get it closer. Keep coming. Perfect. Look at that. Look at those chins. My
Yeah,
God.
and you know what I say to the officer? Officer, I live with my parents in their basement. I'm a virgin and I have no friends. And then he looks at me, goes, "Slow down." I go, "Is that the best picture you ever saw?" He goes, "Yeah, don't be proud of it." Hey, buddy,
So,
can I ask you a question? Do you make fun of yourself? I think
oh yeah,
self-deprecation is really, yeah.
absolutely, all the
Yeah, I
time.
want to show you a book. Who's your favorite? Okay, let me ask you this. Who is your favorite comic of all time? Your favorite. I mean, is it George Carlin? I mean, you name it. I'm going to show you mine. And I think everybody
My
knows,
favorite
but
comic of all
who,
time is Don Rickles because of
oh my God.
what because I got a chance. Now, the younger audience, we have a 20, 35, 25 to 18 to 35 demographic. There you go. Because he never prepared anything. He did everything ad lib, and he was a quick. You
Yeah,
know the guy. He was the most quick witted
I
guy,
know.
other than you, I have ever seen. He could walk on this podcast right now and just make the fun of us without even knowing anything about me or
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Right?
my brother's best friend is J.J. Abrams. So my brother did a pilot called The Catch, kind of like a Rockford Files. Okay.
Right.
And it was a great thing. My JJ wrote it. It was incredible. So Don Rickles played his grandpa. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to meet Don Rickles. And I met him before, but not in this context. And basically, he was the grandpa. I was a cop. We were at a bowling alley. And then at lunchtime, his wife Barbara was in the director's chair watching. And we all gathered around Don. Okay. And Don, without a beat, starts going, You're Greg's brother? Oh God, why don't you lose a few pounds? Jesus. And he went to JJ, my brother. He went to the crew guy. He went to another guy, the makeup artist, all the and then they go, and there was a bell. All right, lunch is over. Don was incredible. And you know what he taught me? He taught me some great things. If you make fun of people, you love them. You love them. If you say nothing, you want nothing to do with them. And I just say, I get some laughs, but Don was my mentor, and I miss him so much. He
No, he
just taught
was.
me so much. Yeah,
Go to YouTube and watch him. Of audience, go to YouTube, which we're on. Um,
yeah.
Chris Grundy 1960
And watch
YouTube.
Don
And
Rickles
subscribe. Watch
roast.
Don Rickles roast.
Yeah,
Watch him roast Frank Sinatra.
yeah.
Watch him host the the Carson show and just puts Carson on the ground. He was just my favorite thing is when he President Reagan on his second inauguration only had Don Rickles as one of the entertainers, and he gets up there and he starts doing his whole shtick, and he looks at Ronald Reagan and he goes, "You can wake up now," like that.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah,
so he had a seat. It was so funny. I'll tell you what I
yeah,
like now. What I'll go
yeah.
first. Who do you like now? I like Bill Burr. You seen Bill Burr?
I know. Yeah, I've seen Bill Burr. I like him. I like Sebastian Maniscalco. He's my man.
Maniscalco. Fantastic.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wrote a pilot for us called Barry and Larry, two brothers, and basically the log line is, maybe I shouldn't say it. Somebody will steal it, but we were registered. His mother comes out of the closet and she has a girlfriend, and then she's been caring for me, since I was born. I've never moved out of the house, and she comes to drop me
Sort of
off
like
at his
now.
apartment. Yeah, kind of.
So go ahead.
And so she drops him off because our mother and her girlfriend are running away, to live in Hawaii or whatever. So Sebastian's character has to take care of me. Well, it's kind of like the odd couple, Felix and Oscar Madison. We're two different guys. He's a very successful ad executive in Chicago, and let me put it this way: I'm always looking for my medication.
It's
There's
not a
some
reach for you
really,
right
yeah.
now.
I know. I'm
It's
telling
not a
you,
reach for
maybe
you right now.
you're not as good looking,
That
and
sounds
you don't have.
terrific.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
yes. We'll
great.
see.
He does the whole
He is
thing
great. Yeah.
about go on YouTube. But obviously, I love the show The Bookie. Only went 2 seasons on HBO. He plays a bookie in
Uh
L.A.
huh.
With another guy, Omar something, a black actor. But go, he does a skit
Yeah.
on his comedy. You'll know it. He married a Jewish girl, and he's full-blooded Italian. And his delivery. He goes, "The Jews have this thing called a seder. I went to a seder with my wife. Because how can you put an
Oh,
Italian guy at a dinner table for 3 hours and there's no food? So I sneak out and I go in the kitchen. I'm eating crackers and everyone's giving me shit. He goes, I'm never doing this again. He was so funny. The cross culture
yeah.
between Italian and Jewish. And I think
Yeah.
he's wonderful.
Yeah, I saw that bit.
Oh,
What he said was, I sit down, I'm going 2 hours. Where's the fucking bread? I need bread. Italians need bread, not crackers. And
yeah.
oh my God, I hit the floor. Also, another comedian I love, he was my mentor, Lenny Clark. He is a god in Boston. Okay. This guy is old school, like Rodney Dangerfield, Sam Kinison, Dice, way back. Remember they did those HBO Dangerfields in New York? Lenny Clark taught me so much about comedy, but also being a person. He's sober. He looks great. He lost like maybe 175 pounds from back when. He dresses to the nines, not like you,
I think
but
he's
or me. I got
he's
the Adam
yeah.
Sandler collection here.
Adam Sandler. You look like
Yeah.
Adam Sandler pretty soon.
Adam
You keep
Sandler
losing
is
weight.
also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Adam Sandler. I'm writing a movie for him too,
He's
and
another
it's
one.
really funny.
He's
Yeah,
another
so I
one
have
that I
so much
think
going on. Yeah,
he's so
yeah. Go
multi-talented,
ahead.
man. I've heard him play the guitar. I've seen him play the drums. He sings great. The Hanukkah song, everything he does, man.
Yeah,
He and one thing, and we talk about Sandler on every podcast, and but the one thing that the fact that he's out there during the fires with Steve Gutenberg, who people tell me I look
yep,
alike
yep.
sometimes. And they're sitting there. They don't want any
Oh,
notoriety. Get the fucking TMZ comes with those cameras and they're fighting. Get away from me. They're helping people.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, yeah. But he's good to his fans.
Yeah.
I asked him for a couple of autographs, which he doesn't do. For my Walt Gardner wanted them, and so he sent over 2 grown-ups DVDs signed by him. That's something he never does. So I guess he likes me a little bit more than you.
Adam Schultz is another of the newer guys. Has a great HBO special on right now. He's a New Jersey
Oh,
guy.
okay.
He does the whole, and then we want to go another route. Do you ever watch any of the comedy roast on Comedy Central or the roast they have on HBO?
Oh yeah. Oh, they're the best.
Jeff Ross. I know you know him.
Oh.
Jeff Ross he's a riot.
Yeah.
He's a king. He would.
Jeff Ross is so special. Yeah, he's unbelievable. He knows me. He knows my brother. Jeff Ross will say what you're thinking. Okay. And he gets away with it because he looks like Jimmy Durante's son or grandson. I mean, that schnazola of that guy.
He's not a good-looking guy,
No, but he's great. You know what? He's really nice. And I know for a fact, during the Gulf Wars and all the wars, he went over to these places, Afghanistan, and he performed for the troops. And that's dangerous shit. Even though they protect you, you never know what can happen, But he's a good initial.
I'll let you go. I'll give. Well, look at Tony Orlando.
I can get off the show. I can get off the show.
Yeah, you're so busy writing scripts right now. Can you give me 20 more minutes? Jeff Ross did 2 things I'll never forget. They're roasting William Shatner, your boy. You know him.
Okay. Oh,
and he says, he walks out and he goes, "You're Captain Kirk. You're the captain of the Starship Enterprise. You think one time you could ever land the Starship on a planet that has a fucking acting school?" And the second one, they're doing Pamela Anderson. And she goes, "Pamela, you're married to Tommy Lee. I heard his dick is so big it has an elbow." And the whole thing, it fell off the thing.
Oh my gosh.
He's just so.
Is that great? Yeah.
Yeah. And then he, Tom Brady.
What's amazing? They did that. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tom Brady. Nikki Glazer she's my favorite comedian. Oh, she's great. Yeah. But wait a minute. So yeah. So now I lost my train of thought. No. The funny thing about Jeff Ross is there are no boundaries. There are nothing. He just goes at it, and he can take it like a champion. I mean, they tore him apart, some of these comedians, and they're the best in the business, man. These guys, girls are so funny. By the way, I want to imitate somebody you might know. Here we go.
Doing this again?
Yeah.
Every podcast.
My glasses don't fit. I'm Eric Fischneider. Can I help you? Do you want a double or do you want a triple?
Yeah.
I can't fucking see you. Yeah. Can you get the glasses tightened? Jeez, kind of look good. Look at me. Oh yeah. Ladies, what do you think? Gentlemen, what do you think?
They're saying get new material. You do that on every podcast. It's old. All right. Do
because it's funny. Different. It's called the callback.
It's a call. You got your call back.
What about you?
I'm not. What am I doing? I'm bringing up topics. We don't talk about Jeff Ross on every podcast.
The same bullshit.
What?
Yeah, Jeff Ross he's sensational. He is Don Rickles. I mean, he is Don Rickles. The roast master general, Jeff Ross, and Jeff has a great backstory about his family. His grandparents raised him. He is really one of the good guys. And Lenny Clark too.
Lenny Clark. Why do I think Lenny Clark? I've seen him a million times. Love him. Isn't he kind of joined in?
Bye, Mom.
With hang on. Your brother is really close with J.J. Abrams. Isn't he close with Dennis Leary?
Very.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Both from Boston. Yeah. Dennis is taking care of him, and then Lenny takes care of him because he's a great actor. Lenny's a great actor. Most comedians are better dramatic actors than dramatic actors can do comedy. Did you know that?
What happened to you?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. By the way, you go to therapy a lot, a week, 2 times a week, a month?
I get flare-ups. Well, it's
Why do you have anger management? What's wrong with you? What is it me? Do you bring my name up?
Oh, no. Yeah. This is the hey. The guy's name
that crossed the line.
I did do it on Zoom. The guy's name is Bill. And so I said, Bill, I got a big problem. I'm raging. That's the thing. I'm raging. The anger's like, why? I go, Brad was 10 minutes late to the podcast because, he's Chick-fil-A comes first. No, you never come into you don't give me any. I don't have any. I just, certain things bother me that I see in the world. And
Yeah.
you talk. It's
Yeah.
more of a
I
venting
understand.
thing. It's a venting
Yeah.
thing than it is anything. And I think when you get it out and there's exercises, it helps you be a better person, you
Right.
know?
No, I
So,
understand. Everybody's got
have you ever
something.
been to you been to therapy before besides, sexual?
Have I ever? Well, I did in my lift car. I had two therapists, so I asked them some questions about me, and they gave me great answers. And I was free, and I got paid at the end. I took them to the airport. Two, I took to the airport. We had a lot of time, so
Brad,
yeah. Hello.
Brad, I got one thing to
What?
say.
Yeah.
Both
What's wrong?
therapists, this is not therapy when both tell you, you know what? Drop us off and drive the car off the cliff. You're done. Kill yourself. Yeah. You wave?
Oh, were you telling a
I said
joke?
both
I
there. Yeah,
woke up. It
I
was
think
frightening.
I think both therapists told you to kill yourself. You're not, there's no helping you, man.
Oh,
You
that's
know.
really nice. Is it beautiful?
No.
No, they have
The
not.
the world the
Because
world
I
would be a
love
worse
helping
place
people.
without
Now,
rag
let me
clubs.
talk about helping people, which you do not do. Helping people is my life. My grandmother, Helen Nanny Klein, said, "You're too goody goody, like your grandfather, Herman Klein." That's who I was named after. That's my middle name, Herman Munster. And four things she said: a leopard never changes its spots. Uh, um, no good deed goes unpunished. Don't live like a drunken sailor and put money away for a rainy day. Now, if I listened to her, I would not be here with you. Okay. This is charity work for me. I'm a very big star.
That's
Okay.
five things.
All right.
I love I feel like I
Okay.
know Nanny Klein from the 2 years. What a wonderful human being.
Okay. Okay.
What's the fifth one? She said, Bradley Boychick, why are you
What's
tipping at Andres? You don't tip them.
oh
She
yeah.
didn't like the
Oh yeah.
tip, did she?
So
Tell a
by the
story.
way, so
Go ahead.
I used to hang out with my grandma as much as I could. I did everything with her. And I think I enjoyed being with her that more than she enjoyed being with me. That's a fact, Jack. Okay. So one of our places was Andre's Spaghetti across from Farmer's Market. Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Yeah. Get your ball sack. And we went to Andre's and it was cafeteria style. And we go in and we get our drink and then we hook around and we get a salad. And then Nanny would go, I want that spaghetti hot and the sauce. She called spaghetti sauce. And she said, if it's not, send it back. And then they come up with a fresh one and do all that stuff. So as I'm paying the bill, she looks back and I put a $10 bill in the change thing. And we get to the table. What are you doing? I go, what do you mean, Nanny? You got everything you want, right? You don't tip here. I go, Nanny, they're working hard, these people, to make your spaghetti and salad and the bread. Oh, the bread's so good. And so she always got on me. You can't tip. And then we went to Reuben's Prime Rib, and it was $15.95, all you can eat, salad, dessert, hot bread. And she goes, how much did you tip? Well, Nanny, it's $40. Okay, you leave three. Three? Nanny, that's not even 20%. So of course the guy comes over and I give him a 20. When Nanny leaves, I do my work. Are you a big tipper? I heard you're not. You're stiff.
Ah!
Is that true?
No, that's one thing. I'm a huge tipper. Well, what do you think?
Oh, because
My
you're a
wife is too.
bartender?
I over tip, but and I always, when then someone says to me, I always say that's for the next schmuck that doesn't. You are.
Right.
I see you over tip. I saw you give 20s to people walking by when we were doing the mom saloon thing. Here, what do you do here? I'm a busser. Here's a 20. What do you do here? What do you do? I'm just
Yeah.
a customer here. Here's a 20.
My Uncle Henry, my dad's uncle, my great uncle, he was a waiter at Ernie's in San Francisco for 45 years, Holocaust survivor. And Frank Sinatra used to come in and he'd go, is Henry available? They always had a table waiting for Frank. No one could sit there until the end of the night because Frank would come in all hours of the night. And I worked in the 20th Century Fox Commissary and I had a party at 10. Babies, everything, mess everywhere. The bill was like $175. They gave me $175. And I said, wow. And then I go, Uncle Henry, what is this? This is bullshit. He goes, Woody, listen to me. You go to the door, you open the door with a big smile, and you say, have a nice day. What are you talking about? Okay. And then he gave me a little analogy. Why is a quarter round in size? Because money always comes back to you. You put it out, it comes back to you. And I've lived by that. He passed away. Another guy. That's my dad's uncle. My dad's taught me so much. My dad's uncle has taught me so much. Listen to your elders, right? Listen to your elders. These kids today, they can't even watch a 5 second video. Too long, right? They go, by the way, you know what I'm trying to do, Fish? You know my Nintendo commercial? They're doing all the old, a Game Boy and all that stuff again. So I'm going to try to get that reinstated. We showed it on the show about 100 times. Thank you.
Do it now. Do that now. So the old you in 1986.
Yeah. No, I want to. I want
That'd
to.
be great. You can
Yeah,
still
I
do those
talked to
moves, can't you?
Oh yeah. No. Can you do?
No.
Wait,
Hey,
can you do it? Can you?
yes, money. I could. I'm in good shape. Money comes around. Hey, if they offer you enough money, you could do it. Real quick, I got one meme today. I got a present for you.
No, we got 15 minutes. Come on.
Now, here we go. This is one meme. I want you to get this because I'm big in the action figure sports. You got to get this one.
Oh, the memes now.
Mark
oh my
Davis.
gosh.
There's In-N-Out Burger for you because he likes to eat the burgers. It is a bottle of water.
Oh, that's
the
great.
Mark Davis action figure for Brad Grumberg. How about that?
I love it.
We love Mark Davis. We love the Raiders here. At Fatfish. Anytime the Raiders want to put us on, we're in.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. By the way, my buddy Bloomer picked up Mark Davis. He likes this Italian restaurant right by the Westgate. Goes there all the time, and big tipper. Huge. I think he gave him 100. He gave him 100 for a very short ride. I'm talking about you, Bloomer. I don't know why I'm hanging out with you.
Because I am love. I'm not chunky love. I'm fish love. But
I like that.
Back to sports. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do when the NBA playoffs are over in about 3 weeks to a month? I mean, there's such a lull for me because it's hot here. It's gonna be 98 degrees here today. It's gonna.
I need that.
You live in LA, and you've been to Vegas when it's hot. It never goes away. And what do you do? I mean, you're a sports fan. What does Jerry do? Does Jerry like to watch baseball?
Jerry is going to be 93 years old July 1. This is what he does. He goes, first I check on my mom and my dad 4 times a night to make sure they're okay. Okay. I don't sleep really well because I have all this anxiety and panic by being on this show. 103. But my dad gets up and he goes to his chair we bought him. His 3 kids bought him a chair for his 90th birthday, and he sits in the chair, he does his work, he writes everything down, he looks to see.
No voice.
He says, Golden State, the Dodgers, and the Lakers. He's so excited, and he watches Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, and then he gets up, takes his walker, and goes in bed. I usually tuck him in, my mom tucks him in, and we always say, I love you, Dad, and that's his day. He watches a lot of TV. I try to get him out of the house other than doctor's appointments. I'm trying to get my mom and dad both agreed they'll go with us to the doggy park. Dogppl.com. Dogppl.com. The best dog park in LA and in the world. How about you? Do you take Molly to a dog park?
I walk Molly every day in the summer. When it's 102 at night, I'll walk her at 3 in the morning. I'll get up. I'm home. My nights off because I could walk her and take her and it won't be too bad. Yes, I'm very, very cognizant. Molly lost 4 pounds. Molly was 84 pounds. She's down to 80. So
that's good.
I'm a big dog guy like you are, but like I said, the summer's here and I'm in the pool a lot and it's it's to me when the NBA ends because basic. If the World Series goes 7 games, that's 9 games into the NFL season. We'll know if the Raiders or the Chargers or the Rams stink by then. Baseball is too goddamn long. It's just too long, bro.
Oh, it is. I totally agree with you. Um, do you and Vicky sleep in the same bed?
With you in the middle.
No.
Yes.
Does Molly sleep on your bed with you?
Yeah,
Molly, does she
Vic and I
sleep on
sleep
your
in the
bed?
same bed, and Molly sleeps. She'll get in between us, but she likes to sleep at the
Uh-huh.
feet. But when she wants me to pet her, she'll pick her ball up and she'll put her nuzzle into me, and
Oh my God,
then if
dogs
you
are so
slept
cool.
over,
I
if you
mean,
stayed with
any,
us,
yeah,
if you stayed in the guest room,
yeah.
she sleeps on the guest bed with you. Why? What are you afraid of?
Oh,
Bestiality? What's
you,
wrong with you?
you,
Me? Nah. You
you, and
got
those tools. Show the tools again. Show the tools. This is what I'm scared of.
what do you?
The
Oh yeah, not my.
manscaping tools.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For your body,
Yeah.
I need a double size of that. For your
Oh
nose,
no! Don't show me that.
I need a plum. I
That's
need a
like a
plunger.
torture in a Turkish penitentiary or in El Salvador.
I'll,
I
I'll
don't
bet
need
you
those
more
tools.
man. I bet you more men manscape than you know. Bet you all your friends do it. I bet you your brother
Yeah,
does
yeah,
it. You do it too.
yeah.
You know.
No, yeah. But do you get okay? This is interesting. I get manicures and pedicures and foot massages when I go. I take my dad, or I go myself. Um, Nature's Nails on Robertson. Ask for Long Tran. He's the man. Hey, that rhymes. And I love getting, and all my buddies go, that's for sissies. I would never do that. Try it one time and tell me
Bullshit,
it's not good.
sissies.
It's the greatest, right? I
Fuck
know.
yeah, man. I go with Vicky to get manicures and pedicures. There's more guys in there in her salon. What's the big? First of all,
Yeah,
I work at I'm a bartender, so people looking at you making the drinks. You don't want to have grit on your nails like you're working in a construction or
right,
something like that. Fuck
right,
that. And pedicures
right.
are, it's actually very good for your feet. You know, what's the
Oh, it's very,
massage?
no. Y-
Reflexology. You ever had
Yeah.
that done where they rub your feet and do the
Oh,
massage your feet?
I don't need money now, but I do. I used to go like once a
There
week.
you go.
By the way, I also like when I go to Nature's Nails and Long Tran takes care of my dad and I, there's this one girl who does the bikini waxes. And I told her that I had a hot date. I need a bikini wax, but I like to be, smooth as a baby's tush. Downstairs? Are you, go-
I
are
just
you,
I just told
are
you.
you
No,
small? Do you have a landing strip? What do you got? You take it
nothing.
all off?
I
Everything?
took it off. Well, of
Oh
course. Well,
my
first of
God.
all,
You're,
we talked about this earlier, but I knew I was getting an ultrasound, right? And
right.
every time I've gotten an ultrasound or something done down there, my prostate, it's always a good looking woman. I don't know why do they want to get into this business. I don't know why,
I know, I know.
because
It's
you're
fine. I
doing this
make
around
money.
men's balls and asses. But just the before we get into Keith Berman, because you're gonna do a nice thing for him. Last thing I want
Yeah,
to
of
say,
course, of
the thought
course.
of you getting Brazilian wax on your ass hairs, I lost all appetite that I had. That sound of, I mean, my God, how many pieces of paper do they use? They
I
use like
love the
sheets.
pain. By the way, I heard something about you on the streets of. I was walking down Fremont Street, and a guy comes up to me. He goes, "Did you hear about Fish?" I go, "Yeah, he had an ultrasound. How'd it go?" He goes, "It wasn't that. The woman goes down there to shave everything, and the girl started laughing hysterically and brought another nurse in to look at your ball sack and what was going on down there. It was like a comedy show. Is that true?
Leave the
Keith
comedy
Berman,
to
is
Bill
that
Burr
true?
and leave the Jeff Ross Jr. Leave the comedy to Don Rickles. You know, yeah, Brad, it's true. Oh my God, I have to go to anger management because I have to have multiple nurses look at my pecker. I'm good.
Now I got to go back to
Why
this
is your
card.
nickname Snacks? People say, "Why are you Snacks?" Why are you Snacks?
Okay.
Oh, I'm taking you out. Come on,
I
you got
am
to stop.
snacks because you want to know? I love to eat. Okay. And
Really,
I put snacks on the back of my Golden State jersey. And I'm number 42 for Jackie Robinson because I love him. He did so much for the world, baseball, everything. And I can hit the 3-pointer. But snacks is something I picked up along the way. Listening to you, I can't listen to you anymore, so I eat a hamburger, French fries, all that shit. And I like it. Captain Snacks, they call me. Captain, like a superhero. And by the way, I'm going to be in Vegas in August, and I'm going to throw a party at a cabana at Three Palms. It used to be wet. And do you think you could break away for a half hour and hang out with me and have some
break
cocktail,
away.
maybe like one cocktail?
Is Johnny
Yeah,
Orlando going
that's
to be
right.
there?
Johnny Orlando, his wife, his fiance,
I'm in.
Vanessa works there.
Yeah.
Are you in?
Yeah, she was on our podcast.
Vanessa
I remember.
Ciros.
Where did she spray you at last time? Where was she? Rain? Was it
Yeah,
rain?
it was my birthday a couple years ago. Vanessa Ciros is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful face, unbelievable body, but she's more beautiful on the inside. I'm telling
John
you.
Orlando.
She has a heart of gold. She does things for people. I don't know how she works out, takes care of John Orlando. I mean, that's a big doing right there. Taking care of him. Oy vey's me.
You've always,
I might have to call.
You'll agree with me on this one. You still talking? You talk about women out, men out kicking their coverage, men out kicking their coverage. Come on, John's not a bad. John's a good-looking guy, but she's drop dead gorgeous.
He is.
He's got to get up. He must get up in the morning before she doesn't look at it and go, "How the fuck did I pull this off?" Being Tony Orlando's son isn't that much of a calling card, And he's
they're 20 years. She's 20 years his junior, and they get along. He stalked her, by the way. He met her at the Hard Rock. She was, worked at the counter, sat people, and he kept coming back every weekend. And she's like, "This is getting a little creepy." Then hotel security took him to the room and interrogated him. And I go, "Oh, your dad's Tony Orlando." Kick him out. This guy's the best.
Get a pass.
But Vanessa's this. You never know when you meet people. How did you meet Vicky? Oh, that's right. At your bar, right? You met her at your bar. Mom's.
I met Vicky at the Red Rooster on Hollywood Boulevard, sadomasochistic club, and she was one of the transverse women there. Oh no, I don't remember. No, who knows? I met Vicky at Mom's
Trans women.
Mom's Saloon, the greatest bar in the history of California.
We got to do the documentary.
Get us out of here.
Hey, last thing, get some footage from Mom's Saloon so we can do what we do. Okay.
Trying.
That's 103 in the books, ladies and gentlemen. That's Fish. I'm Mr. Snacks. We'll see you for 104 next time on Fat Fish.
You've been listening to the Fat Fish Podcast, heard on all your favorite platforms. Until next time.
Nanny!